Now, back to Bowl Game Radio with Bruce Binkowski and Mark Neville on San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to our fourth and final segment of Bowl Game Radio. I'm Mark Neville along with Bruce Binkowski here on the San Diego Bowl Game Media Network and the mighty 1090. Just a reminder, the Bowl Game Radio is brought to you in part by National University, a private non-profit university with 6 campuses in San Diego County. And MJE Marketing, creative, connected, and always curious. Visit mjemarketing.com.
And our 2 bowl games are just around the corner. We're in November. It's almost December the 23rd, 6:30 p.m. kickoff, the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl. And we have a Mountain West team against a bowl-eligible Naval Academy. That's at 6:30 on the 23rd. And then 4 days later, the National University Holiday Bowl, Pac-12, Big Ten, 5 o'clock kickoff. And for tickets, for information, anything you need to know about both of our bowl games, go to SanDiegoBowlGames.com, go on the website, check it out, and you'll get all the information you need on all the things we do. But more importantly, buy your tickets to those 2 big games.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter using @HolidayBowlGame or @Poinsettia Bowl. And hey, we're now on Instagram, so look for us at SD Bowl Games. And you can listen to interviews and segments from Bowl Game Radio on YouTube. Simply go to our website, SanDiegoBowlGames.com.
Now, we have some big games coming up this weekend that will certainly affect both of the San Diego Bowl games.
Huge. Let's talk Poinsettia first.
Well, of course, we won a Naval Academy with 6 wins. They have a record going into this weekend of 4 wins, 5 losses. They've got 3 games. They've got to win 2 of the 3 to get to the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl. And this game this weekend is huge.
It is huge.
Georgia Southern.
8-2, Georgia Southern.
And Georgia Southern was in, I don't remember what conference they were in, but this is their first year
at the
FBS level. So they're not even eligible to go to a bowl game. They can't go to a bowl game because this is their first year, so this is that transition year. They're 8-2. And Navy this is a must win.
And then on the heels of that one, they're playing South Alabama, and South Alabama's no slouch either. They're 5-4 on the year.
Both Sun Belt teams, and they close out with Army. So if you want the Naval Academy to play in the Poinsettia Bowl, you want them to at least win this weekend, and we're rooting for them to win.
And then you got San Diego State at Boise State.
That's a big game, and there's other games. Now remember, there's other teams in the Mountain West that could be in the game. Utah State played here last year, but they could be in the game.
Fresno State,
if they win their last 2.
4-6.
If they win their last 2. Certainly Nevada is a possibility. So, you just got to watch all the games this weekend and see where it all shakes down.
And then we're going to jump over now to the National University Holiday Bowl. Big games this weekend. In fact, I'm going to be going to one. I'll be at Tucson for the Washington-Arizona game, and that'll be an interesting one. Arizona, impressive, moving up in the rankings. They're number 14 now. In the Associated Press poll, so we'll see how they do against the Washington Huskies.
And then if you look at the landscape right now in the Pac-12 of available teams, remember the National University Holiday Bowl out of the Pac-12 gets the 2nd pick after the playoffs. So you have the playoffs, the Alamo Bowl, then the Holiday. So who could be in our pictures right now? It could be Arizona, could be Arizona State, could be UCLA, could be USC. I think right now, if you were to narrow it down to 4 that in the current structure, that's where we would be looking at those 4.
Looking ahead, and by the way, Arizona's number 14 in the CFP poll, not in the AP. Mm-hmm. Some games that are coming up, that USC-UCLA game coming up in a couple weeks is going to be awesome. We got Arizona State. I mean, really, there's big games that people are going to have to win their way into the bowls.
All the way through to Thanksgiving. Now, in the Big Ten side, Ohio State at Minnesota. Now, Minnesota, if you look at the schedule and all the experts, and we'll include ourselves in there saying...
What? Us?
Well, yeah, we are.
Okay.
Minnesota probably is going to lose their last 3. They got some tough opponents coming up. Ohio State's one of them. What happens if Minnesota knocks off Ohio State?
I think Minnesota is going to win one of them at least.
Well,
and there is so much hype, so much excitement. We had a team selection member, Bob Polson, who visited Minnesota last week, and the excitement for Gopher football is huge right now.
And Nebraska and Wisconsin, that's another big game. And all of these games, we don't know who's going to end up playing in our games, but we do know that every game we just mentioned is important to find out who will eventually play. And once again, the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl, December the 23rd, Qualcomm Stadium. The National University Holiday Bowl, December 27th at Qualcomm Stadium. Go to SanDiegoBowlGames.com for all the information and to purchase your tickets.
And thanks to our guest today, Ted Tollner, the coach, a longtime longtime coach of the USC Trojans and San Diego State Aztecs, Dr. Cunningham, the Chancellor of National University System, and the Executive Director of the College Football Playoff, Bill Hancock. We thank them, and thank you for tuning in again to Bowl Game Radio. We'll join you next week. You've been listening to Bowl Game Radio on the San Diego Bowl Game Media Network and the Mighty 1090.